Have you been searching for a brand new home in the south part of Reno? Well, in this video, I'm going to be taking you through a brand new home community by Tim Lewis called the Courtyards in the Arrowcreek area of South Reno. This is the Residence 4 and it's 1,806 square feet. This is a 2-story home and it starts right around $616,000. If you're new to the channel, my name is David Tully and I am your go-to resource for Reno, Sparks, and Northern Nevada real estate. And if you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, or possibly relocating to the Reno area, I'd love to help. All my information is down below. So you're probably wondering where this Tim Lewis community is located, and it's located in the south part of Reno, right off of Arrowcreek Parkway. I would say within about 3 to 5 minutes, you can get to Walmart and a Raley's grocery store, a Winco, and you can also get to a Sprouts and a handful of hospitals within about 8 to 10 minutes. I would say you can get to the Whole Foods area in also about 10 to 12 minutes. So overall, this is a super convenient location. All right, today we're going to be touring one of Reno's newest communities by Tim Lewis called the Courtyards. And this is a 2-story Residence 4, which is 1,806 square feet. Has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and a 2-car garage, and it starts right around $616,000, right off of Arrowcreek Parkway in the south part of Reno. All right, so right as you make your way in the main entryway, you're going to see right here a nice neutral LVP flooring, and then the baseboards that they do have in this home are standard, and they're going to be a typical 5¼ inch baseboard. But this isn't a standard option at every builder. I unfortunately had to pay extra at mine. Over here, you're gonna have a nice open kitchen, beautiful quartz countertops, and just keep in mind, this is only one of 8 different packages they have for the interior of the home. If you want different colored countertops or cabinets, you can definitely choose. And their options aren't outrageous either. From the cheapest option to the most expensive option is only about a $6,500 difference. Over here you got a nice sized pantry, got nice quartz countertops, got a gas stove, built-in microwave. Of course the dishwasher is included. The refrigerator, washer, and dryer can be purchased, as well as the window coverings at an additional expense through the builder. Got nice maple cabinets, which are 42 inches, which is an upgrade with some builders, so keep that in mind. You can also choose some electrical options through this builder, such as some extra lighting in this great room area. Once again, you got that same LVP flooring here, which is really nice. Of course, you got dual pane vinyl windows. Here's another view of the nice open great room. Still got room for a dining table there, good sized sofa, and then a couple of bar stools here. All right, we're gonna take you out back just to give you an idea of the size of the backyard, because no new construction builder in the area landscapes your backyard. Right over here, you're gonna have a side gate, and this is just to give you an idea of what you can do. So these are called the courtyard homes, or this is called a courtyard community, which is basically a patio home, meaning you don't have a lot of space between you and your neighbor, but you still have separation, you know, between you and your neighbor, so you don't have to be in a townhouse. Got your AC unit, AC disconnect there. And we'll have to check. That almost looks like a gas stub for the barbecue, but still got plenty of room here. I'd personally probably make a slightly bigger patio, have a little bit less trees and bushes, but this still definitely gives it some character. And then you got a hose bib right there. You got one weatherproof outlet. Looks like you have gutters, you got a downspout here, and then it looks like the exterior here, which is pretty standard. You got a stucco exterior and a composition shingle roof. I'll take you back inside. So all the bedrooms in this home are upstairs. So if you do need a bedroom downstairs, unfortunately, you'll probably have to wait for their Residence 3. That will be coming out sometime later this year or early next year. Down the hall, got a standard coat closet set up here, with a typical half bath or powder room downstairs. You have the same LVP flooring throughout the entire downstairs, same 5¼ inch baseboards. Got a nice matte black finish there. It's actually a pretty good sized powder room. Take you upstairs. So you do have carpet upstairs and in the bedrooms. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but I personally like having carpet in the bedrooms. You got some additional cabinet space here and counter space as well. Probably just more for decorative stuff, you know, putting some art pieces on the wall. And then just down the hall to the left, you're gonna have your first secondary bedroom, which is actually a fairly good size. I would say this is smaller than a queen, so you could definitely fit a queen or a king size bed here. Got two good size end tables, and then you have a standard closet set up here. Give you another view of the room. Still got plenty of space for an accent chair, TV on the wall, and dresser. I don't know, this is pretty good. I'd say 12 by 11 or so. Just off to the left, you got another secondary bedroom. This is also probably smaller than a queen size bed, but you got two good size end tables and a little bit of room to breathe on both sides. So could definitely fit a queen or even a king if you'd like. Give you another view of the room. Still got room for an accent chair here, art pieces on the wall, dresser, even TV there. And then just keep in mind this additional wallpaper or wall texture is not included. Your standard texture is going to be this knockdown texture here, which is pretty typical and standard with just about every builder in town. And your standard closet set up there. And just down the hall, you're going to have your laundry room with cabinets, which is really nice. This looks like your smart panel, so that's typically where your Spectrum or AT&T person is going to put your modem or router. You of course have LVP because it is waterproof. I would still recommend cleaning up any moisture or water on LVP. I wouldn't typically let it sit for too long, so keep that in mind. And you got some pretty good cabinet space here as well. And some additional shelving for your linen closet, you know, sheets and towels. And the one nice thing about this community is they actually have an electric and a gas dryer set up behind that. So right over here, you got a nice full bath. You got a single vanity. Looks like the standard countertops here are going to be Piedrafina. Got a nice matte black fixture here. I'm assuming that's Kohler since the sink is Kohler, but I can't see exactly. And then looks like it also comes with cabinet handles or pulls, which is really nice. Same LVP flooring here. And then you have one of those tub shower inserts. So although not super fancy, very, very easy to maintain and usually not too big of a deal for a guest or kids bathroom. Once again, some nice matte black finishes there. And then if you're wondering about plumbing in the house, it is PEX plumbing. A lot of nice light in this home. Got some additional counter space and cabinets here, which is really nice. And last but not least, we got the really good sized primary bedroom. As you can see here, you got a ton of space, plenty of room for your king size bed, because that is definitely a king size bed. You got two really good size end tables, and you still got room to spare. So you got, you know, room here for an accent piece, accent chair. Could even put a smaller dresser there or console. And then as you can see, you still got plenty of room on that wall or here for a dresser, TV on the wall, some art pieces. And this is a really, really good size primary. And then this community also has fire sprinklers, so keep that in mind. You're typically recommended to get those inspected once a year. And then same LVP flooring here, which is a nice neutral color in the primary bath. And then you got a walk-in shower here. So if you're looking for a tub in the primary bathroom, I apologize. Looks like all you're gonna be getting is a walk-in shower. But it looks like it has a Piedrafina surround, so I would recommend sealing your countertops and even your shower. And then a lot of times you'll have weep holes in your shower here. Just make sure if you buy a home here at any community where you have weep holes in the master shower, make sure they don't caulk over those, because I feel like a lot of guys caulk over them, and you want those open for a reason. Over here, got nice dual vanity setup, same maple cabinets, Piedrafina countertops, and then a really good sized mirror and plenty of light in this bathroom. Then you also have some additional room here. I know my wife would probably want to put something there to sit, you know, to do her makeup, and I think that's a really good space. And over here, you got the toilet area, same LVP flooring. And last but not least, let's check out this primary walk-in closet. Oh, this is actually a really good sized walk-in closet. I like it. Well, okay, all right. They put the guy's shoes there. So basically what they're saying is they put my wife's hat over here, her shoes. That could be mine, I don't know, I'm not sure. But from what I'm seeing here, they're saying this is my section. So that's probably right. You know, my wife would get all of that and I would get just this. But you know what? I guess all you need as a guy is a t-shirt, shorts, and one pair of underwear, right? Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed this tour of the Residence 4 at the Courtyards community by Tim Lewis in the south part of Reno. Once again, this is an 1806 square foot home with 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and a 2-car garage, and it starts right around $616,000. So you're probably wondering what the HOA is in this community, and it's $100 a month because it is a courtyard community. They do maintain the front yard landscaping, but the backyard landscaping is your own responsibility. And of course, they also maintain the common area. So you're probably wondering about incentives at this Courtyards community in the south part of Reno, and they're currently offering $6,000 towards your closing costs if you use one of their in-house lenders. And if you have any other questions about this specific home or community, please leave your questions or comments down below, and I would be happy to help. And if you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, or possibly relocating to the Reno area, I'd love to help. All my information is down below. And if you want to learn more about Reno, Sparks, or brand new construction in the area, check out some of my other videos.